guys, I've been meaning to do this video for a little while, but it's time for my So You Like, my monthly recommendation series where I tell you about some stuff that you might like if you have also liked a thing that I have been watching or reading or seeing or doing of late in the last month or so. This month's topic is going to be Game of Thrones, which has been very good, apart from this last, 2 seasons, which have been questionable. So, to take off the edge off that ending, which was a thing, I'm going to give you a couple of suggestions. So the things that we're going to be drawing out from Game of Thrones are the fact that it's a big hefty book series with a lot of stuff in it, and the TV show didn't cover more than about 50%, maybe 60 of them. And it's fantasy, and the world of Westeros and everything is not used to magic and stuff. It's a bit out of practice with it all, and thus they are very unprepared for its return. And also, things are accelerating, and all sorts of stuff like that, and, you know, just a lot of that sort of thing. The modern world is different from the world of the past, and the past is coming back to get it. Also, there's a bunch of hedonism and debauchery and, well, just quite frankly weird political situations, so we're gonna just draw all of that out and give you some ideas. So, the first thing I'm going to recommend based on Game of Thrones is Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell, which is a book. It's a big book, just like the Game of Thrones books, and it's also got a lot of similar themes in that there's a bunch of magic that's completely unprepared for the modern world, or rather the modern world's not prepared for the magic. There's new magicians who are springing up and who are just finding some difficulties with political situations, and among other things. The next thing that I'm going to recommend to you based on Game of Thrones is Altered Carbon, which has some similar themes of hedonism and debauchery and complicated political situations in it, shockingly enough. It's set in a far future where, quite frankly, humans gone nuts. They've managed to get technology that really sets them apart, and it's reserved for the very rich. Much like, say, stuff to do with the other stuff in Game of Thrones. There's also historical stuff coming back to bite everyone in the ass, as well as a lot of nudity, so you probably will also enjoy it. It's a Netflix show, and works quite well. In fact, last year I did do a So You Like just for Altered Carbon. The next thing that I'm going to recommend to you based on Game of Thrones is Horizon Zero Dawn, which is a video game, and you might think this has nothing to do with Game of Thrones at all if you start playing it expecting everything to be exactly the same in this. It is in fact not that similar, other than some themes. It's got the main themes of history coming back to bite everybody on the ass, and weird cults and political situations. There's different tribes that are fighting one another, houses, and there's a lot of interesting stuff to do with strong female characters, which are very prevalent in Horizon Zero Dawn, and are maybe certainly mixed in Game of Thrones, especially given that ending. The last thing that I'm going to recommend to you based on Game of Thrones is the Stormlight Archive, which is a Brandon Sanderson series. Now, he's only got 3 of the books out so far for it, which does put a little bit of a similarity to George R.R. Martin's writing in that he's, you know, only got 5 of the 7 Game of Thrones Song of Ice and Fire books out, but Brandon Sanderson's much younger. You won't have to wait as long, because he is actively working on them all the time. He's got so many book series going out. And basically, there's a lot of political situations in Stormlight Archive. There's strong female characters. There are various weird magic coming back to bite you on the ass series of events in this series, and that's just in the first 3 books. They're also bloomin' massive, and yeah, they've got a lot of awesome in them, and you will probably enjoy them if you have enjoyed Game of Thrones / Song of Ice and Fire and everything. It's good, it's good. So those are my suggestions based on Game of Thrones. I would love to know what you think of these suggestions, and so please let me know down in the comments below. I would really want to know if I've missed something out, if I've included something that's made you think, huh, that's cool, and all that sort of thing. Let me know down there. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and that you remember to like and share it, and subscribe to my channel. Click on the thumbnails down below to see other videos by me, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.